Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio August 29, 2022. Today's energies favor quiet activities and projects that focus on building and developing. There can be quite a fair amount of weighing pros and cons, negotiations, and discussions. However, as much as you might enjoy the mental exercise, be aware that it's hard to know what's in your heart today, possibly leading to misunderstandings. Generally, with Venus in your solar 10th house these days, you come across well, particularly with bosses, elders, and the like. Today, Venus encounters a minor challenge, pointing to some indecision or hesitation. While you may wrestle with mixed feelings, it's likely more satisfying to work towards a tangible goal than to give in to whims and cravings. This is a day for pursuing pleasure and making sure that you get a break from whatever work you have been caught up in to be with people and socialize. It is important to get out, especially with those who are important to you, if possible. You may have left them out of things recently. So today, be with them wholeheartedly and share yourself. Give the best of yourself, and you will get the best in return. Consider a different lens. As a quirky air sign, you tend to be quite handy with seeing something from a different perspective. However, with the moon in mutable Leo and square to your sign, you could struggle with self-criticism. Luna can be highly critical, especially if certain conversations, correspondences, and other communicative work is falling short of your expectations. But the lunar energy can also remind you to be steady and flexible and mold to your professional situation as needed so that you can remain on task. Go about work like a Leo today. While the pace and urgency are dialing back on the financial front, and it is not only next month that you will see the first planetary activity for the year on the income side of the financial fence, there is every reason for confidence. This is something that the moon is helping to amplify today, with your intuition, instincts, and imagination geared towards the positive. Whether a pleasant family get-together is on the cards or a celebration with friends today is perfect for socializing. Just as you enjoy the company of others, they like being with you too. Friends and family know exactly how much you mean to them and value your company. Be yourself today, because they accept you just as you are, loving you and trusting in you. Money and gadgets and just general purpose stuff are heavy on your mind right now, and you might just have a golden opportunity to turn your time into more gold. Looking for the right person for a long time, you may not have found the ideal partner yet, but the likelihood of meeting them is promising and too good for you to miss. Give yourself a push and summon all your seductive sex appeal. Be prepared for the next opportunity you get to win over that special someone. Feeling a little blocked lately, emotionally or physically? This might have something to do with a tense period you're going through, where things tend to get a little bottlenecked. Keep all channels open with plenty of water and fresh vegetables and at least a few virtual yoga classes or whatever exercise releases your tension the best. Try to do this whenever you are subjected to a lot of stress, rather than putting it off until afterwards. You will be much happier. You'll find working within a structure far easier on this day. It can be quite easy for your personality to resist anything routine or scheduled, as it contradicts your love of freewheeling. Yet, at times it can work to your benefit to go about things in a more methodical way if you need to be especially productive. Try to set the structure for yourself, and then work within it. This should prove more comfortable for you by far. Just in time for the weekend and to capture Mars' final hours in an adventurous part of your chart, the moon returns to a fun, playful, romantic and creatively charged part. In ordinary times, as Mars leaves and joins an already formidable lineup of planets in your career sector, these playful, creative and romantically charged lunar vibes would be outnumbered. However, returning as a full moon, the gloves have come off when it comes to a life that is all work and no play. In a case of perfect timing, the moon returns to your romantic sector during Mars' final hours in an adventurous part of your chart. This is too late for them to connect directly, but as the moon returns to begin the build-up to a romantically charged full moon, this is a reminder of a mix of romance, passion, and adventure that Venus and Mars spent much of the last 6 weeks fueling. Our eyes in the sky. The Leo moon soars through the sky this morning, amping up our charm and intuition. We should all be feeling a little pep in our step, and our minds will be very active. Leo energy can be a bit overstimulating for some, so be sure to check in with your breath throughout the day and take a time out when you need one. The stars shine brightly in the communication realm as the moon opposes Mercury this morning. This aspect helps us feel confident in our knowledge and achievements and ready to share information with the world. Your social media accounts will be on fire, so be sure to post a flattering pic. Communication will be at a peak all day, which could cause some burnout as we near the evening. A gentle connection between Uranus and the moon could cause a little bit of mental wonkiness, but we'll still feel driven to chat with others and check social media. Do yourself a favor and unplug sometime after nightfall. If the social media activity, texting and general chattiness goes too late into the evening, you might end up with a touch of insomnia. That beautiful brain of yours will still be active and hungry for information, though, so put on a nature documentary before bed to help lull you to sleep. The cosmic weather is quiet today until afternoon, when the moon opposes Mercury in Virgo, provoking irrational thought. We are especially sensitive as the moon transits Leo. Certain ideas make sense to us on a conceptual level that we have trouble expressing logically. But that won't stop us from trying. The problem is that when we attempt to communicate our sentiments, we polarize our feeling state and our intellect. This can lead to unease, confusion, or analysis paralysis, as we mix up facts and potential fiction. Our interactions with others get scrambled. We become frustrated that our conversation partner doesn't get what we're trying to say. We will be much better off processing our thoughts through a creative medium now. By sharing our feelings through music or writing, our ideas remain open to interpretation. Others can then connect with us emotionally by bearing witness instead of sharing a reciprocal dialogue. In the evening, the moon sextiles Uranus in Taurus, stimulating surprises. Too much weight today has been placed on trying to rationalize our circumstances. At this time, something happens to shock us out of this expectation. We realize that we have been taking things too seriously, that life is baffling, and that we should enjoy the ride. Our intuition and instincts harmonize. We come to sudden realizations that reshape how we relate with others. We could also learn new information, receive unexpected news, or experience a synchronicity that bears special significance. The stress of the day rolls off our backs as we throw up our hands and submit to the universe's grand plan.